It's day 7 of the nationwide protest, and we are at Car Wash Park in Lugbe, just along the airport's expressway. As you can see, cars are moving. Over the left there are lots of business owners, small business owners who are going about their normal activities. But if you will recall, on Thursday and Friday, there was a little bit of commotion in this particular area as people were driving with their cars. Some hoodlums, who came to hijack the protest, picked stones from around to throw to people who were driving with their cars. And just by the right-hand side there, you can see the car park. Very shortly, we will be going to speak with the chairman of the RTEAN to give us a situation report of what happened and how business is returning back to normal in this part of Abuja. Also, if you could look by my left, there are some stones. You can see some stones, but because of the rains that have been falling, I think some of the stones have been moved away. But if you could look just right there, you can see stones which were thrown by some of the hoodlums, allegedly. So right now, let's go speak to the drivers for them to give us a situation report of how business is returning back to normal in this part of Abuja.
My name is Comrade Tena Agba. Other call me Zaki Tena Agba.
You're the chairman.
I'm the chairman of this park,
All right. Good to
of
meet
Road
you.
Transport Employer Association of Nigeria.
Good to meet you, sir. Can you tell us what happened last week during the course of the protest on Thursday and Friday?
Okay, what happened is that we come to work, everywhere was calm. Later in the day, in the evening time, around 6:30 to 7, we see some woodlands begin to gather tire on the road. We try our best to drive them away, but there are many we cannot hold them. So from there, they started burning tire. When the policemen came, they started shooting to scare them away. From there, they come out many in mass. They begin to burn tire, breaking people glass, doing many kind of things. From there, even we run away from our life to secure our life. That's what happened.
So I learned the police came in to intervene in the situation. So what happened? Was there any loss of life in the course of the police trying to bring order to the park?
And this one, I'm not the police. Unless you ask the DPO in charge of Lugbe, we will give you the details. But what I know that there was shooting that they threw out. Yeah.
So how is business now? Has everything gone back to normal? Because this is day 8 of the protest, although there is no protest in Abuja at the moment. So but how has business been so far?
And the business now is very dull, and activity is not moving as before, because people that are still scared to come out for the activities. So even our passenger can see our motor run up everywhere. They cannot load because there's no passenger.
What was the atmosphere like? I mean, we did see workers of different categories parading at the Eagle Square. Help us relive the moment while you were there.
Well, it was pretty exciting. Workers were excited. Of course, you've got to take pride in your work. We saw people from all walks of life. We mean the union, the pension union, the civil engineer union. I mean, all unions, all represented, dressed in colorful clothes. They came out en masse. They stayed through the security checks just at the entrance of the Eagle Square. And, they just so happy, to come out and, a luta continua, the struggle continues, keep shouting for better welfare for workers. And of course, the theme for this year's May Day celebration event is People First. That's the theme. And, we saw the likes of Ayuba Waba, call on the government to do something to improve the welfare of workers. And also the NLC president, who made fun, just like you read, of the salary, so-called salary increase announced by the federal government on Tuesday night. So it was pretty exciting. A lot of workers, we were thinking the fuel scarcity situation was, deter workers from coming to the Eagle Square, but they came out in mass. the arena at the Eagle Square was packed out to full capacity. So it was pretty exciting to see that workers, really care about what they do and, will come out to, in solidarity to demand for better welfare.
Okay, Mona, let me quickly ask you, aside from the fact that, yes, they were excited about, being there and representing the country in whatever capacity they can in terms of their work, I want to quickly find out, would you say the excitement has anything to do with, the president's announcement the day before that civil servants were going to get a boost to the salaries, 25% and 35% respectively? Would you say the excitement had anything to do with that?
No, I don't think the excitement had anything to do with that. It was just the excitement of the fact that today is International Workers' Day. So the federal government declared today a public holiday. So it's more of like a time to just relish in the fact that you were working, you're building the nation. So it's just all about the positivity surrounding the fact that today is Workers' Day. But to be truthful with you, the workers were not excited about the announcement from the federal government yesterday. We've got a soundbite. I and some of my colleagues on other media stations, we interviewed the NLC president just before the event started, and we've got the soundbite. So we'll just play it and then we'll talk some more.